Hello and welcome to the Embrace the Mud podcast. Today we will be discussing the important and often confusing topic of whether to get back together with an ex. Many people find themselves in this situation, unsure if rekindling the relationship is the right choice. We'll explore how to evaluate your motives, recognize positive changes, and make an informed decision about whether to move forward. So let's dive in. You are listening to the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, and life-giving relationships. Why focus on relationships? Because the quality of our intimate partnerships and close connections influences our health, happiness, and longevity more than anything else in our lives. Relationships matter a lot, so together, let's jump into the mud, aka our messy relationships, pull some weeds, plant some seeds, and create an enriching environment where strong relationships can take root. I am your grateful host, Dara Posner. I am a relational disaster working toward relational mastery. I am also a positive psychology coach, a relational mindset coach, a blogger, and now a podcaster. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, life-giving relationships. If you are a fan of this podcast, please subscribe, follow, like, review, and share. Your engagement in this way is crucial to the success of the podcast, and I appreciate you taking just a few seconds to support my mission, which is to help people like you flourish in life and love. Are you contemplating getting back together with your ex? Do you find yourself missing them, feeling lonely, or afraid they might meet someone new? Are they still pursuing you, making it hard to move on? These are common questions and feelings that arise when considering whether or not to rekindle an old flame. When thinking about getting back together with an ex, it's important to evaluate your motives. Simply missing them, feeling lonely, or fearing that they'll meet someone new are not solid reasons to reunite. These feelings can cloud your judgment and lead you back into a relationship that isn't really right for you. Take time to reflect on the reasons for your breakup. Have these issues been addressed? Has there been real, tangible change in the areas that caused the split? Without genuine changes, you're likely to find yourself back in the same unhappy place that you were in before. But sometimes the time apart allows for personal growth and healing. If both of you have worked on the issues that drove you apart, maybe there is a chance for a healthier relationship. For example, if communication problems were a major factor, maybe you've both learned better ways to communicate. It's important to remember that love alone isn't enough to sustain a relationship. Adult relationships are conditional. You need to be both right and good for each other. This means having basic compatibility and being capable of providing mutual support, care, and growth. As we discussed in the last episode, basic compatibility includes having shared values, goals, and lifestyles. If these fundamental aspects don't align, it's unlikely that getting back together will lead to a lasting relationship, no matter how strong your feelings for each other are. Being good partners means having the self-awareness, emotional maturity, and skills necessary to support each other. Are you both capable of being safe and adequate partners for each other? Have you developed the ability to manage conflicts, communicate effectively, and nurture each other's well-being? Sometimes you need to put your feelings aside and take an honest look at whether returning to a past relationship is really what's best for you. Emotional attachments can be powerful, but they shouldn't override rational considerations about your own happiness and well-being. Consider examples where getting back together might make sense. If one partner had issues with commitment and has since sought therapy or some type of coaching to address these underlying fears, or if another had poor communication skills but has actively worked on improving them, these could be signs of readiness for a new beginning. On the other hand, if your ex shows signs of controlling behavior, disrespect, or a lack of effort to change, these are red flags. Returning to a relationship under these conditions will likely result in repeating the same unhealthy patterns. If you're feeling confused and unsure about what to do, seeking clarity from an outside perspective can be invaluable. A 90-minute strategy session with me can help you examine your situation more clearly and provide actionable steps to move forward with confidence. Deciding whether to get back together with an ex is a significant decision that requires careful consideration. Evaluate your motives, reflect on the changes that have taken place, and ensure you're making a decision that is right and good for both of you. With the right approach, you can make a choice that leads to greater happiness and fulfillment. Do you find yourself questioning the depth of your partner's love for you, wondering if you're just asking for too much or if you've chosen the right person? I get it. I've been there too. And that's why I created the No More Unmet Needs Workbook, your budget-friendly guide to achieving consistent emotional satisfaction in your relationship. In the face of unmet needs, it's really easy to unknowingly perpetuate the cycle. But the good news is it's simpler than you think to break free and experience the fulfilling connection that you deserve. Drawing from my personal journey and from my experience as a coach, I've honed a proven strategy over the years, and now I get to share it with you. In the 4-step, 16-page workbook, you will be able to eliminate any doubt or confusion about your needs, get clear about the difference between your core needs, actionable needs, and your desires, and communicate your needs like a pro by employing a simple yet powerful template to express your needs anytime with clarity and confidence. If you are ready to bid farewell to unmet needs and the confusion surrounding them, then the No More Unmet Needs Workbook is for you. And as a podcast listener, you get to enjoy 10% off by putting in the discount code GOODLOVE, all one word, GOODLOVE. Just head over to mudcoaching.com/shop to download your copy of the No More Unmet Needs Workbook today. All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope you will embrace today's invitation to look deeply into your motives and to look at the changes that have occurred since your breakup. Remember, your happiness and well-being are paramount. I will be back very soon with another episode for you right here on the Embrace the Mud podcast. In the meantime, please remember, you are wired for love and connection. You are capable of love and connection. You are worthy of love and connection. I'll see you soon.